What up, everybody? We got a new show. Well, I'm back. I missed last week because of work. Didn't really have a whole lot to talk about. Also, like last week was kind of boring. But this week we got plenty of shit to talk about. So share this out. Let's get everybody in here. Let's go over this stuff. I'm gonna probably change up the order than what I was originally planning on after going through some of my notes and looking at everything. Every time I watch the Tony Romo body cam footage, I find more. It's like the videos that don't stop giving. Like there is more and more and more on how horrible those officers were. And we're going to be going over that. We're going to touch on that. Like those officers were awful. Absolutely awful. Using language that average people won't know, like verbiage and different words. And Tony Romo's like, I don't know what that means. So we're going to show you that. We're going to go over all of those things. Let alone they shove him in the back of a car that he barely fits in. Like what assholes. Anyways, share this out. What up, Brandon? What up, Amity? We got a lot to go over. We got to go over Dr. Fauci, dipshit Fauci, midget Fauci, whatever you want to call him. He pleaded the fifth 111 times today. So we're going to cover that shit show. And then what do we expect to come from that? What do we expect from anybody that sits in front of Congress and they talk to them and they say or they don't say anything? Does anything happen? Do we see anything going to happen with this? We'll talk about that. We'll go into that. We also got to go over. I have to show you Larry Loomer, her dedication and tribute to Lindsey Graham because he's such a great patriot and servant to this nation. We got to show you that video. It's disgusting and gross. I just can't. What? And then one of the topics I was planning to fill up most of today's show with is probably going to take a back seat, and that's the GrapheneOS case. No one's talking about it. There's Samuel Tunick. He reinstalled an OS, GrapheneOS, on his Android phone. Hey, what up? I see everybody getting in here. Everybody's getting in the comments. Hey, Judy, Free, Derek, Brandon. Either lock him up or I'll go bowling with his head. There you go. There you go. What up, Dave? Welcome, man. And so we got a lot to talk about. Share this out, get people in here. But the GrapheneOS, like I pivoted. I kind of went all over the place there. But the GrapheneOS case with Stephen Tunick, it's a weird situation because he uninstalled the Android OS that came with his phone, installed GrapheneOS, which is fine. It's a privacy OS. It's a lot of what it's similar to what Sean Ryan signed up with whatever Glacier or whatever. They have a phone that's super locked down. They do the same thing. But if you enter the PIN code to unlock the phone, there's a PIN code you can punch in and it will erase the phone. So that was done, and he's getting charged for erasing, tampering with evidence, pretty much. But we'll go over that if we can get to it. The big parts that I wanted to talk about also, like there's another one I'm hoping we get to. How in the hell is Iran and China building bridges in like 2 days after we destroy them and we waste all of our taxpayer money to destroy them? And then all of a sudden their bridges are being rebuilt again in like 2 days. How is this happening? You have the Francis Scott Key Bridge, whatever it is in Baltimore, that was hit by a boat and that collapsed quickly. And so that collapsed. We're taking years to get that built. But in Iran and China, they're able to rebuild bridges and infrastructure in a couple days. Where's the hell's wrong with us? If they're able to do it, then why can't we? What up, Grumpy? Trump's DOJ is not going to prosecute Fauci. Trump just said he's going to honor the pardon. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. It's all one big club and we ain't in it. That is the moral of the story, and that should be our motto going forward, because Carlin was right. Like, they're all in one big club and we are not in it. That is for sure. Like, they don't want anything to do with us. Not one freaking thing to do with us. And they're just going to take care of each other and their friends. And it's bullshit. They should be serving this country and serving every American in it, regardless of party. And no, we still choose for some ungodly reason to allow them to take care of lobbyists and to fund their fun lifestyle instead of holding them accountable. I'll join your club, Grumpy. I'll join your club. Big, beautiful bridges in Iran. Well said, Free. Well said. But yeah, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. Let's get this on. Let's go with Larry Loomer. Let me go get Larry Loomer's video. Hang on one second here. We got to show this. This is just fan-friggin-tastic. Larry Loomer and her tribute. I also find it quite interesting. So we got Larry Loomer here. Yeah, we need to stop being a nation that is rebuilding other nations after we destroy them. In fact, why are we over there destroying a nation in the first place? Like, we don't even need to be wasting taxpayer money on that. But this is Larry Loomer, everybody. She has something nice to say about Lindsey Graham. Let's turn the volume up here. Oh, that was the end. I didn't mean to fast forward. Look at this. I take a week off and I can't even click. Like, come on, guys. Come on. All right. Let's do this. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you guys can hear it.
Anymore. Instead, in honor of Lindsey's commitment to stand with the Ukrainian people and to stand against authoritarianism, we're going to deploy the drone to the front lines so that it can be used to kill Russians. So rest in peace, Senator Lindsey Graham, a defender for freedom and liberty all around the world.
Lindsey Graham, the defender of freedom and liberty all around the world. Can you please tell me how in the hell Lindsey Graham saying we must go and bomb Iran, we must go and bomb all of these countries on behalf of Israel is the defender of freedom and liberty? You got it, Derek. I was gonna call that out in a minute, but yeah, there's something there. What's the weird star for? It's kind of weird that all of a sudden we're in this war because of what that star represents, and we're saying Lindsey Graham is a defender of liberty and freedom and liberty all around the world.
All around the world.
And then they show this. This is just when he was touring the factory in Ukraine the day before he passed away, which didn't get bombed, by the way. So anybody that's claiming that. And then a tribute from the White House. But how ridiculous. Larry Loomer, who in the hell would want to put together a tribute to Lindsey Graham? And I am not surprised it's her out of all people. Larry, I don't know. Same thing. She is absolutely pathetic. This entire thing. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like to talk about the dead. I completely get it. I'm usually that. The Clintons are definitely not are not off limits for me. And if you're a politician and you're a warmongering politician that would send me into a draft to go fight for another country, then you're in the same boat. You're not off limits to me. But the average people, yes. Yeah, we don't need to be talking about the dead. We need to have respect. But these people would have no problem taking my life or your life or any other Americans' lives for their benefit and for them to receive any type of kickbacks or to take care of their friends. They would do that in a heartbeat. They don't give a shit about you. And so I do not give a shit about them. And that is where I freely talk about these people, because they would not care about us at all if anything happened to us. If anything, they would show up just for a photo shoot and they'd be like, look, we really care. They would really fake it. That's what they would do. My tributes to, what is that movie? Ladybug. That's a hard thing to even. There we go. I zoomed in. Ladybug. Yeah, my tributes to Yeah, I agree. And it was quite funny when I woke up that morning and all of a sudden I saw your memes that morning about Lindsey Graham. That's for sure. I can't freaking chat while on a mobile app. Girl, what do you mean you can't chat? You're talking right now, J-Riv. Like, California is really getting to you, huh? You don't know how to use a phone? Just saying. All right, let's jump to the next topic because this is enough of Larry Loomer. She's been on the screen for way too long. Let's jump into Tony Romo. I really want to cover this because this entire thing is a shit show, a huge shit show. Tony Romo, I believe, did consume alcohol because they're saying they can smell it on him, but he went golfing. I consume beer or alcohol when I go golfing, so you can consume that. He doesn't seem to me in all of this footage. There's plenty of footage here. Let's see, they're compiled. It's over an hour long. Several body cam footages, videos, and put together to make it this long. It wasn't this long of an interaction. He asked openly to the officer if he could call his lawyer, and she's told him no. And he was quite surprised by that. We'll go over that. Terry, you're always late. You're always late. Apple doesn't work with spaces. Well, nothing works with spaces, so that's not difficult. Oh, I had to log in on my laptop. You assume. Whatever, J-Riv. Whatever. All right, so let's go over this. This whole thing is just weird. She pulls him over. I'm kind of speeding through it so we don't have to waste as much time on the bullshit.
I'm sorry? Yes, you're denying the step
See right here.
Pending fields? I'm just going to call my lawyer. Okay, step out of the vehicle.
Okay, hang on. Let me turn on the captions too. He says, I'm just going to call my lawyer and record this real quick.
Field sobriety test. Are you willing to take any field sobriety test?
No captions? Come on, YouTube.
Yes, you're denying to step out of the vehicle pending fields?
I'm just going to call my lawyer.
Okay, step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to call my lawyer.
No, step out of the vehicle.
So, with this, there's some weird stuff in Wisconsin. Wisconsin has some different laws than what I'm used to. It's not super crazy though. When it comes down to it, like there weren't a whole lot of laws broken with this. Like they actually can tell him, no, yeah, you can't call until you get back to the station, but you can remain silent. You could do all of that, and they'll take you back. But they can actually say, no, you're not calling right then. As much as most of them are allowed in most states, you're allowed to do that. Wisconsin, no. But you do have the right to remain silent. Your Fifth Amendment right, which we know very well was pleaded 111 times today by Midget Fauci. And so he could have done the same. But that's one thing that he made a huge mistake with. He should not be talking. Absolutely not. And we talked about this when I talked about Reckless Ben a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago. One of the biggest things that somehow came out in all of the kids' favor, that they were all taken to jail and they were all interviewed. They were trying to intimidate them, get them off of their game, to be able to slip up and say they'll turn on Ben, they'll say anything about Ben or whatever. When it comes down to legal advice, the attorney that's going to be representing Reckless Ben, he is saying, and all of his friends, he is saying there's no reason to talk to an officer ever. They are trying to get you to expose yourself or say something to get you further into trouble or anything along those lines. There's absolutely zero reason in these scenarios to talk with a police officer. Now, you can, I like if you're just speeding, moderately speeding, you definitely just deal with it and talk and just comply. You don't need to make a big scene. Most of you that have followed me for a long time know I don't believe in making a big scene on the side of the road is going to benefit anything in the courtroom and all of that. That is where you take up those differences. You got to go deal with there and subpoena all of their shit and hold them accountable. Tony Romo, first mistake right here. The way she is treating him, she is talking with words, and you're going to find it out. I'm going to point out when they get back to the office. It's whatever building they go to, the jail, I think. And it's just hard to hear her in here. But all of these officers are using words, not just common words. Instead of the tip of my pen, look at the tip of my pen, they use a different word for it. And all of that. And then Tony's like, what do you mean? What does that mean? And you'll hear that several times, and we'll go through it.
I'm not allowed to.
Step out of the vehicle.
You're going to take me through.
Failed sobriety test.
I'm still allowed to call my lawyer, right?
You're not.
I'm not allowed
Nope,
to.
step out of the vehicle. 24 dispatch.
And then I think he turns on the recording. You can see how very specific he's holding his phone, and he was not trying to use the screen.
Out of the vehicle for field.
I'll do it. I'm just saying that I'm not allowed to call my lawyer.
And notice his phone, he's recording. He knows what he's doing.
I'm not allowed to.
The thing is Tony Romo, I talked a lot of shit about him when he was a quarterback of the Cowboys, and I really thought he was just a horrible quarterback. My perception of him significantly changed when he became a commentator, and you could actually hear him at the very beginning when he started being on with CBS. You could hear him talk, and he would explain to you, and he would pretty much call the play before the play was even snapped. He would tell you everything, which I love that. I've been watching football for so long. I'm sick of just the talking. I would like to learn more about the game like that. It was cool. CBS told him he had to shut up. They didn't like him doing that, but I thought it was awesome. And I really saw a different side of him. And he's super intelligent. And I think this is just the beginning of this. This case is going to go crazy. And I hope he fights it. I hope he fights this big time, because we're going to get into more of the details and how unfairly he was treated. Like, he wasn't abused or anything, but you can see the entire thing. Greatest QB ever from Eastern Illinois. Oh, good God.
WI with investigation. Operating while intoxicated.
Same, Will.
I want you to step out of the vehicle.
See, he's complying. He gets out of the vehicle. He does his thing. He goes into the back. Right here, he sets up his phone on the bumper. Oh, let me move me. I'm in the way. Let's go over here. There we go. So he set his camera up on the bumper, so it's recording.
He's out of
And
the vehicle.
so he's capturing all of this too, along with the body cam footage.
It's fine.
Turn around for me.
I think there's a good chance that
Patting you down for weapons, okay? No weapons on you? Okay, all right. You're detained pending an OWI investigation. Deputy 4, sir.
are you going to take me through I thought you were taking me through it.
So, as of right now, we're on a leveled ground. We're on a bridge. I want to convey you somewhere that's going to be an even surface, free of debris.
Yes, I agree. So we don't get hit.
Turn around for me.
I get you. We need the cars.
Yep.
So that was something interesting, that they didn't want to do it on the bridge. Makes sense. It makes perfect sense. That they'd want to do that. You would think that you would just tell him, if you're suspecting of this, like, you just follow him off of the bridge and then pull him over off to the side down there. But no, they're going to take him back to the police station or the jail, whatever it is. Milwaukee is an authoritarian hellhole. Well, wasn't it? Probably is. I don't really know. I just got through Wisconsin quickly. Stopped at Lambeau Field and got through it. That was it. They have good cheese curds.
I'll grab your phone for you, okay?
So she says she's going to grab the phone. Let's skip ahead. There's not much here. Oh, right here. So just before this, let me back it up. This is actually good. This is where she is explaining to Tony Romo, I would normally put you in the passenger side of my car, but I can't because there's no room. And you can see there, the guardrail is right here, and it's so close that they can't. So she is now going to take him and put him into traffic to put him into the car, all for this entire shit show. Risk both of their lives, because you can see there's a shitload of traffic going on. Let me move my face again. and then you will see there's back to back, like bumper to bumper traffic over here.
Your side, due to it being so close to the concrete barrier, we're gonna go into traffic very carefully in the distress. Yep. Because you're not able.
We're going to go into traffic very carefully in distress. Is that really what she said?
Pending an OWI.
Yeah. So we're going to go walk in.
We're gonna go in the distress.
Go into the distress.
I will
Go into the distress. What I was saying earlier, they use weird words that it's like, what the freak is going on? She described the lines on the road as some weird word I could never really understand what she was saying. It was like gore or something. It's like you can't just say lanes or the lines on the road. You have to purposely use this language that's confusing. And Tony Romo, I applaud him. He's like, what does that mean? He asked that several times in all of this.
sir. There's no. So we're gonna walk in the distress. We're gonna go in the distress.
Can we grab the phone first?
I will, sir. I only have 2 hands.
Northbound and Howard does more of a part of it on that vehicle.
This is such a shit show. She put a detainee in harm's way on purpose. Oh boy, yeah. We're especially somebody with him, and he has the money for a solid lawyer. This would never happen in Saudi Arabia.
You in all the way?
Look at that.
I'm in, yes. Uncomfortably, yes.
Look at this.
I
Like,
know you're a taller fellow.
he's really uncomfortable. Right? Of course, the cop car is not supposed to be some luxury like seating. Like, we get it. Yes, that's not supposed to be the case, right? But he is clearly in pain sitting the way he's sitting, and they don't care. And you're gonna see why this comes out later. Like you're gonna start seeing it. We'll show you.
It's a little bit.
He's uncomfortable, doesn't like it, but they don't care. He's complying still. He's not screaming, "I can't breathe," by the way. She's coming back to get his phone. Oh, you're going to turn off the body cam now? Interesting. So here, they get him out of the car. This is fine.
Just for
I sure can. Coming out.
And then this lady, this is a different officer getting him out of the car. This lady, that footwear, of course, you're looking at Will. You're looking at Romo's feet. Really? Come on, Will.
Well, sir, I'm gonna have you step out completely.
I'm trying. I'm sorry. Just the bad back.
Bad back. Very well known. Tony Romo has had several back injuries and surgeries, all of that through his NFL career. Like, when you know this, you start seeing him wincing and getting around. You see all of this stuff, and you're like, what the hell, guys? Like, nothing. But Tony Romo shouldn't have said a damn thing, shouldn't have done with any of this, kept his mouth shut. They would have taken him back here. He would have been able to get a lawyer here, and they would have probably just done a blood draw instead of run him through all of this. But the reason why he's going through all of this is because he's opening his mouth and he's complying with their orders when all he needed to do is plead the fifth and not say a single thing and have his attorney show up or I'll be on the phone type of thing. And it would have avoided a bunch of these things, but because he did start to go along with it, now he's stuck in it. See the
Let me
wincing?
know if you need a hand.
Yep. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. Is it possible to take it off just so I can?
Yep. Okay, you can take your hand out. You're welcome.
You aren't really a Dallas Cowboy until you get arrested. Probably true, Derek. It's probably true. So right here,
No worries.
you can see him stretching.
So,
Like,
based on your driving,
Yeah.
where you were coming from, you said the golf course, correct?
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
I was the golf course. I played in the WSG event.
The red glassy eyes, and then the odor of an intoxicating alcoholic beverage from your breath.
All the guys. in the-
Okay. And then when my partner brought the backpack that you wanted, we basically do not an inventory, but I make sure that
You
there's
guys
no
check the
guns in
whole
there.
thing? Yeah.
Exactly.
So you guys check.
And there were
Yeah.
a few shooters in there that I observed.
Any of them drank?
Okay.
I don't
So,
think any of them were drink, right?
okay. So based off
Any of them drink, right? He calls it out.
the red glassy eyes and then the odor of an intoxicating alcoholic beverage from your box.
From all the guys.
Okay. And then when my partner brought the backpack that you wanted,
Mhm.
we basically do not an inventory, but I make sure that
You
there's
guys
no
check the
guns
whole
in there.
thing? Yeah.
Exactly.
So you guys check.
And there were
Yeah.
a few shooters in there that I observed.
Any of them drank?
Any of them drink.
Okay.
I don't
So,
think any of them
She's not answering the question.
were drink, right?
okay. So based off of that, I'm
Okay.
going to run you through some fields.
Yeah.
SFL.
So she's using that as probable cause when they had no idea that that existed until he asked for the backpack, which again, shouldn't have done. Like if he would have just shut his mouth. I honestly do not believe he is drunk to where he couldn't operate a vehicle. He so far looks very normal, behaving normal, red glassy eyes. Good hell. Like really? That's it? Right. But we'll get into it. He goes through the field sobriety test. Another thing you don't do.
Let's use.
That's good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So flat surface for you to breathe. All my lights and everything are off. You're just going to stand in the front here for me.
Yes, just one second.
No worries.
Can I do an exercise?
So I'm going to point out a couple things before she gets going. So all of that, she was just actually having a conversation, but you'll see the change in how she talks. Everything that she's talking about here, she is going to be reading, and she is just reading from a piece of paper in front of her, it looks like. From the other body cam footage, I couldn't tell if it was a phone or a piece of paper, but this one, it looks like a piece of paper. And she is just reading and not even looking at Tony Romo. And we'll show you the body cam footage from one of the guys over there on this side. And you could just see she's not even looking at him. She's just looking down and just constantly reading. And she even makes some mistakes and is like, now I will demonstrate to you, is exactly what it said, what she reads. And then she doesn't demonstrate to it. And Tony's looking at her like, are you going to demonstrate it? Are you going to show me? And yeah, here we go.
Go ahead, dude.
See, stretching again.
Pat it down. Yep.
She's good with it. I probably did the same stuff.
All right. Just stand in the middle for me, sir. Yep. And you're just going to turn around.
Stand this way or this way?
You're going to have stand facing me.
It's because you are drunk,
together?
boss.
Yep.
Just slip, half step forward on push.
Feet together.
Sorry. I was
okay.
like, do you want to line?
Feet together, arms down at your side.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll see the paper at the
Any
bottom here.
injuries?
Excuse me?
I should have waited. So listen to
You're gonna
this right
have
here.
Stand facing me.
Stand facing me. And then she's like,
Feet together.
do you have any injuries?
Yep.
Just slip, half step forward on push.
Feet together.
Sorry. I was
okay.
like, do you want to line?
Feet together, arms down at your side.
Okay.
Okay. Any head injuries?
Excuse me?
Any head injuries recently? Any concussion?
Excuse me. I'm Tony Romo. I'm known for being in the NFL and constantly injured and taken off of the field and not playing in football games because I'm injured. I've had concussions.
Well, over the years, yes, but not recently.
Okay. So please stand with your feet together.
Oh, he has more patience than I do. I would have snapped. I would have been like, really? Can I get someone that's competent here? Someone?
Turn your hands down at the side. Do not do it. Please stand with your feet together and your hands down at your side. Do not do anything until I tell you Do you understand?
Do you want shoes on or not?
What do you prefer?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Like, I'm fine.
I'm going to check your eyes. Please.
Like, he's like, I'm standing here. I'm listening. And she's just staring at him. And then this is just getting comical.
Keep your head still during the test.
Okay.
Look at the stimulus and follow the movement of.
Look at the stimulus. The stimulus. Do you recognize this as the stimulus? When I said earlier, they use words that's confusing. They use words to probably purposely throw you off. Because we all know a field sobriety test, most people sober can't even do it. And then you add into this entire thing that they don't even speak clear English. Look at the tip of my pen. I've watched OP Live and On Patrol Live and Live PD so many times. Some of them say the tip of my pen. But why I'm noticing every single one of these officers seem to be using words that are just not common phrases. Like stimulus, like sure, but yeah, whatever. Stimulus check. Yeah, where's my 5K, Trump?
The stimulus with your eyes only.
All right.
Keep looking at the stimulus until the test is over.
Stimulus.
Do you understand? The stimulus, top of my pen, right over here, okay?
Yep.
He had to ask what the stimulus was. Top of my pen.
Do you understand?
I got you.
Okay. Can you maintain the position?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's go.
I'm gonna make a couple of passes, okay? Top of my pen.
So what am I doing? Just tell me,
Which,
am I looking at it or?
you're gonna look at the top of my pen.
Okay.
The stimulus, okay?
So my eyes are
Stimulus.
going with it. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make a couple passes here, okay?
Okay, so I'm following this as you know it. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Am I supposed to move my head or am I supposed to keep it square?
Would you like the instructions one more time, sir?
She doesn't answer the question. She has to ask a question of, do you want the instructions one more time, sir? He just asked, am I not supposed to move my head? And then here it comes.
I think I got you. Just I'm trying to do it right. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Gotta keep your head still, please.
Well, that's what I was saying.
You got to keep your head still. Why in the fuck couldn't you say that a minute ago when he asked? You got to play these entire fucking games because of what? You are not treating an American citizen fairly in this situation. You are setting them up to fail. Why? This is why a lot of us and a lot of you in the comments, why we don't really say we back the blue, because generally speaking, you support people that are doing shit like this. Like, no. I do support the police officers and how they serve the community. But when they start being dipshits like this, absolutely not.
That's okay.
Okay. So eyes and eyes
Just
only.
the eyes
Yep.
move only.
Mhm.
That's what I was asking. I got you.
Notice how far she is going. Watch his eyes. They go all the way, and then he has to turn his head because it's going out of his field of vision. Like, I think this one's where she goes really far. Whatever, free. Right there. Look at this. Look how far she's going. How is that a test?
A little to get there. Sorry.
All they are trying to do is just get him to do something, and then they'll charge him for it, like what they're doing. An OWI. Let's get into. I want it from the other body cam. Let's come forward here. So this is the lady that's doing the interview. You can see the paper in her hand that she's constantly reading. Didn't men have? Yeah, I believe he has. What are they called? Fused. Damn it! What is it? Vertebrae. I think he has a couple fused vertebrae that because his back injuries that he's always had.
You're gonna have stand facing me.
So this we just watched but you can see look at her. She's not even looking at him, and she's just reading the instructions, and you wonder why Tony Romo is sitting there and he's like, you want me to look at your pen? Where's your pen? You've been looking at a piece of paper.
Feet together in your hands down at your side. Do not do anything until I tell you. Do you understand?
Do you want the shoes on?
What do you prefer?
See, this entire thing is ridiculous. And then we got that, but I wanted to show you guys from this angle where you can see when they do the 1 foot lift up thing, and he stands there for, I didn't take down the seconds. It's like 23 seconds. He stands pretty solidly on 1 foot with 1 foot in the air when most Americans probably couldn't even do that. They might be able to do it for a McDouble or something, or a McRib.
Left foot. Would you like me to start over?
Well, I just want to see, what am I doing?
Okay, I'll start.
I was just asking.
So
Here it comes.
picture a straight line in front.
Yep,
Okay.
I got it.
Take your
Oh
left
no,
foot,
they're doing the heel to toe first. That's what they're doing. Heel toe walk.
Take your right foot,
Okay.
put it in front.
Okay.
Heel to toe touching. Place your arms down at the side. Maintain this position until I've completed the instructions.
Are there any instructions after that or no?
Do not start to walk until you're told to do so.
Okay.
Do not start the walk until you're told to do so. All right, this must be her first field sobriety test of some sort, because this is a shit show. And Tony Romo should get off on all of these charges and just be let go, because you can't say this is fair. Now, if they took a blood test, I haven't seen anything like that this show that his blood alcohol content was higher than the legal limit. I don't agree with that. Hopefully he can get a jury and nullify the whole thing. Probably won't go that far anyways, because in this situation, I think he has a case that the county or whoever is going to prosecute for this is going to just let it drop. They don't want to deal with this mess. This is discrimination. They've never would have done this to Joe Montana. Oh, it's Wisconsin. They wouldn't do this to Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. That's the more fair statement. I don't know about Joe Montana. They probably would do it to Joe Montana.
Do you understand the instructions so far?
So I put my left foot down, right foot in front on the line, and then I'm going to wait for you. Correct? Yeah. I think I'll use.
This is just a shit show.
Okay, ready?
When I tell you to start, take 9 heel-to-toe steps on the line. Turn and take 9 heel-to-toe steps down the line.
Okay.
I'm going to demonstrate by doing 3
San Francisco doesn't have laws, something like that.
steps. Turn
Yes, sir, Waz. Yes, sir.
on the line and turn by
Hey, Sean, I see you in the comments on the post. Click on the video and come in here and jump in the live chat. I see you in the comments on the post.
Keep your arms at your sides, watch your feet at all times, and count your steps out loud. Once you start walking,
So
do not stop until you have completed the test.
Okay.
Do you understand the instructions?
No, I don't. There's too many.
So, take your left foot, put it on the line, a straight line, real or imaginary.
So you show me how to do it real quick.
Take your right foot,
So my foot, put the right foot in front.
left foot on the line, right foot in front, heel to toe touching,
So right here.
heel to toe touching.
Here.
Yep, just like this. Left foot on the line, right foot directly in front of it, arms down at your side while she explains the rest of the instructions.
Just stay here.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Now what am I doing?
Place your arms down at the side. Okay? Your arms down at the side.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Until I've completed the instructions. Do not start to walk until you're told to do so.
Okay,
Do you understand the instructions so far?
I got it.
When I tell you to start, take 9 heel-to-toe steps on the line. Turn, take 9 heel-to-toe
What does
steps.
that mean by turn?
I will demonstrate for you, okay?
Got it.
When you turn, keep the front lead foot on the line and turn by taking a series of small steps with the other foot.
Yep.
I'm gonna demonstrate with
Yes.
3. You will do 9, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I'm just sitting there. Sorry, guys, do that.
1,
This poor dude.
2, 3. Sorry.
Sorry, my bad. You go ahead. Keep going.
I feel freedom includes not being. I gotta fix this. Hang on. Let me fix this. I can't. Why in the world? There. Sorry. I had to fix this because I'm getting sick of how I can't read all of your comments free because you're sending like novels for comments. I feel the freedom includes not being bossed around by a dumb chick that dropped out of the community college. Yeah, probably.
You're going to use a series of small steps.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
They're probably all looking at him like he's all weird. Like this guy, we're talking about a quarterback that played in the NFL for several years, that had several back injuries, learned to read. Thanks, Free. And he's getting put in the back of a police car, told to hold this position, told to do these things, and his body's cramping up because he probably did consume some alcohol. Like, and now he's trying to just stay limber enough to be able to do this shit show. Tony, next time, don't open your mouth. That's exactly what your lawyer is going to tell you. Don't open your mouth, keep your mouth shut, and just stay silent. They'll bring you back here, and then your lawyer can deal with them.
Another demonstration.
No, I think I got that. All right. So 3 steps and then turn around.
Would you like me to
Yep, burpees are next.
place your left foot on the line, real or imaginary? Place your right foot on the line ahead of the left foot with the heel of your right foot against the toe.
We're going to skip ahead, and then he's going to do the walk here in just a minute. And then I want to show you guys how they treat him at the end here. Like, they put him in cuffs again. They stick him in the car. Here's his walk. Not so much heel toe.
I stay here.
9 heel to toe sticks.
Because he did not follow clear directions.
Yeah. Said 3 times. Or no?
J-Rev, why are you looking at Romo's feet?
Say 3 times. I'm sorry.
No, the next time is going to be the one leg. stand.
This one leg situation is just becomes comical. Let's fast forward.
But I tell you,
Notice she's reading. She's doing nothing but reading. She's not even looking at his posture. She's just reading. And he's like, I'm ready. Like always.
raise either leg with the foot approximately 6 inches off the ground, keeping your foot parallel to the ground. Keep both legs straight and your arms down at the
Got some guys with feet fetishes in here tonight. Jesus.
parallel to the ground, okay? Keep both legs straight and your arms down at the side. Holding that position, count out loud in the following manner.
Okay.
1001, 1002.
Terry, this is your tax money at work. It's very valuable that they have 7 officers standing around here watching Tony Romo go through a field sobriety test, not to mention that they keep putting him in handcuffs because they think he's going to run away or something. If they haven't noticed, he's not exactly the most fit to go running away. He was just playing golf, riding around in a golf cart, drinking a little bit, and hitting a golf ball. But they think that he's going to get away. They keep putting him in cuffs. We're going to touch on that in a minute.
1003, and so on until you are told to stop. Keep your arms at your sides at all times. And keep watching the raised foot. I'm going to demonstrate for you, okay?
She is so ridiculous.
Tell me which foot you want to raise, okay? I think I'm going to raise
Facts free.
approximately 6 inches, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and so on until I.
She could only do 4 seconds. To note, she got to 4. 4.
Can't do that. Yeah. I got you.
Be careful, Tony. You touched his side. They might say you're reaching for a gun and then arrest you again.
Try to go
He's trying to pick which leg to do, by the way. Did he refuse a breathalyzer? Yes, he did. He did refuse a breathalyzer. Okay.
I might incorporate this in the PT.
And this is from the different angle. Let me see if I can go back real quick. Right here, where he does this. And you can see the time, 13 seconds, 14 seconds.
Oh, I know that was at least 8 or 9 seconds. By the way, I do this consistently every day, but the right.
Gonna be stopping the
weaker than
test.
The left, I feel like. Oh, sorry. Want me to go to the right?
All right.
Sorry. I can go to the right.
So he did it for over 20 seconds and did just fine. And yeah, they're just going to keep going on with the bullshit and more song and dance. And then right here is where she says they're going to arrest him. They ask him to turn around.
So preliminary drug.
It does not determine the results of.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. I've ever heard from both lawyers, don't ever do that. So.
I remember hearing from Baltimore lawyers to never take the breathalyzer. That's what he was saying. But you didn't listen to the other part the lawyers probably told you, which is don't fucking say anything and just go back to the building and get your lawyer. Don't do this song and dance. Just don't.
Did I pass this test?
Turn on.
No, I didn't.
Can I get my phone real quick? Because there's a plane taking
Well,
off.
You're
my
on your-
parents.
Okay, so this is another part. They're like, hold on. He's like, he asked for his phone to make a phone call. I think he said his son is getting off of a plane, and you'll hear it again. All they need to do is just allow him to make a phone call to keep that going. Like, he's not at risk of doing anything bad. He's been complicit this entire time, even though they've treated him like a piece of shit. Why don't you just allow him to make this stupid phone call? Because you're a stupid piece of shit officer that is using your position of power to tell him what he needs to do. That's what you're doing.
So there.
Or
Okay.
operating.
We'll get to that, Mr. Romo, okay?
Okay.
But you can turn around.
Are
put
we
your-
doing?
yeah,
Parents are
Okay, we just, okay,
grab
we'll
shoes, if that's okay.
put your shoes on, but then I need you to turn around, put your hands
Yep.
behind your back for me.
He's trying to put his shoes on, get out of his way.
Can I call real
We'll-
quick?
we'll get to that.
after that.
See, and this is what I mean by earlier. Right here. They're putting him in handcuffs again. So Free, apparently they haven't seen him in the playoffs or try to run from the 2-yard line to get a touchdown and he fumbles it. Like he can't run. Right? But no, they keep putting him in cuffs, putting it behind his back to where he's uncomfortable and he's in pain, and then they're gonna go stick him in the back of this car again.
We'll get to that.
I can't remember if it's this car or another one, but they stick him back into the back of a car again.
Do you need 2 cuffs, sir? Or are you
Just
okay with one?
Please, one.
One, please, one. He doesn't know what, again, they're not being clear in how they're talking. What he is thinking is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, what they're actually meaning is 1, 1, and the one in the middle to make his arms wider so it's not pulling his arms back. But because they're stupid idiots that won't speak normal English that someone could understand, they do this to be a pain in the ass.
Like 2 with the back.
Yeah,
Is
so
that
it gives you a
comfortable?
little more armor.
Well, the back, I'm saying that was uncomfortable in there.
Okay. Would you like
Would you want
2?
the second set?
I
of
don't
cuffs?
I don't know what that means.
know what that means.
Just a little bit easier on your shoulder. We'll give you 2.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
We're just
you
gonna put
tell
2
us how
sets
you
of
I've never
cuffs on
seen
you.
2 cups. Okay.
We're just gonna go a little bit easier on your shoulder. We saw you. like-
Wider.
Yeah, a little
It's
wider,
wider.
a little easier on your shoulder, okay?
Yes, that is better.
See, this is what's stupid. Now, Tony Romo, I don't think he has had run-ins with cops or anything like that. And when it comes down to it, this entire thing is caused by confusion because they don't communicate clearly at all.
Can I seriously call the parents though real quick and just tell
Well,
them? 'Cause they're
we've got
waiting
some
on
other
the
stuff we
phone.
gotta get through first, and then we'll We understand you got a child. I understand who
Well,
you are.
he's on a plane.
I got you. And I understand who you are. We're going to try to make.
They're just deflecting. Let the man just make a quick phone call. He's dealt with your bullshit this entire time. Just let him make a phone call and take care of his son. It's very simple.
I got you.
We're gonna get. We'll get you through this. Okay. Yeah.
They do this constantly with
I'm gonna
him
search one
every
more
time he
time.
said he wanted a
Okay.
lawyer too.
Anything else on you?
No, there's
Anything else on you? How many
Nothing
times
that's
have you
gonna poke
searched
me, harm
him?
me, stick me or anything like that?
I think you're good.
Okay. I just ask everybody that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Slip your feet a little bit for me. Thanks. You want that side?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so back into the same car, but the passenger side this time.
Grab a seat first, and then switch.
There's no chance to call them. Just tell them what's going on.
We're going to try to work with you as best that we can.
I know.
But
I know you're saying that.
We're going to try to work with you the best that we can.
statutorily, we have to do things like in a legal way first.
No, you don't. There is nothing saying you couldn't accommodate him. You have police officer discretion. You could allow that to happen. You also have officer discretion that you could use by putting the cuffs in front of him instead of behind him. But you don't give a shit to do that either. But also, why in the fuck is he in cuffs? Like, he's clearly not going anywhere. He's listening and obeying everything you guys say. But you have to do this to show your will on him, to make him believe that he's a piece of shit human and he needs to comply to officers. That's practically all we're doing here.
And
How long do you think it'll be?
I was like, hope the faster we
They're
get
gonna
through. I get
Sitting
you.
there being like, what happened?
I get you. Where are they flying out of?
Like 20 minutes away.
Where?
Racine.
Racine?
Yeah.
The Racine County Airport?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, KA, maybe DS. I don't know actually know the call sign, but
Okay. She's good. Like I said, she has to get through some paperwork, read you a couple things, and then that kind of determines what happens from there. Okay.
Yeah.
But once we get through all of that, and the first moment that we can get you a phone call, we'll get you
I
a
know
phone
this
call,
part of
okay?
it though. I'm gonna go ahead and say I want a lawyer. So we're gonna do that.
Eighth
Do
time.
I do it now or do I do it later?
She has to read you some things. Like I said,
She's already read a bunch. So
per the law, she has to read you some more stuff. Okay.
Yeah. no problem.
But try to make this as efficient as we can.
See, he's in pain. He's got to get back out to stretch
out a
again.
little bit more, but to stretch. But then I'm gonna have to. No, I gotta have you sit in the back of the car.
Come on, seriously.
Let me fix this again. I didn't mean to have this stretch out. Customize. Oh, geez. This is why we can't have nice things. All right. Free move. Again. All right. We're just going to go with it. I'll deal with this later.
I understand.
I played golf today.
I understand.
So good.
Seems good. Goes to try to sit down again and can't. He can tell.
Right.
His body doesn't like it.
About to get in.
I agree, J-Riv. Seeing this shit is exactly why I don't say back the blue anymore. I used to say it a lot. But now that I've been doing this podcast stuff and covering all of the stupid police videos that we end up getting, it really shows
No, I just can't.
that these officers, there's a lot of bad ones. There's some good ones. Like the other day when we were coming back from Vegas down at Freedom Fest, on our way back, a common place I get pulled over, so I'm always looking for cops. A cop was on the side of the road and he was changing a lady's tire. Now those are police officers. Those are the ones I back. That is really nice. But most officers don't even stop to change someone's tire anymore.
Do you need help getting your other foot
Just
in?
1 sec. 1 sec.
Yeah, I agree with that, Mustard. I agree.
One more second, sorry.
That would be a good idea. I understand what you're saying, J-Ro. I see you. Yeah,
Thank
I
you, Mr.
agree.
Romo.
Mustard, I agree.
And the
So
report.
they shove him in the back of the car.
Back
So
of
this
the
is
truck.
practically the end of it. But that's how stupid this entire thing is they don't really do him any good service. They treat him like a piece of crap, use verbiage that's not common knowledge or what average people use in talking, which causes confusion. And they're always like, what? And then people can be like, oh yeah, see, he doesn't even know what we're talking about. He's drunk. No, I believe Tony Romo is innocent in this. Until blood draw comes out and says it was over limit or something, which then I still have an issue with. But when it comes down to this, there should be none of this. He shouldn't have been arrested for OWI. A bunch of people in the NFL world on NFL Twitter are getting upset that Tony Romo's getting special treatment because he's white. This was a black man. He wouldn't have been treated like this. And of course, people bring up Tyreek Hill. Well, Tyreek Hill was being a pain in the ass. If you could be a little bit compliant and a little bit going on, like just don't say anything. Come back to this, get your lawyer and deal with it. That's generally my word of advice. If you're going to be accused of something like this, something significant, shut your mouth. Don't say anything. Get a lawyer. Like these people only want you to make a mistake to hold you accountable for it. That's all. All right, let's move on. But this entire thing is, let's go with this view, and then I'm going to change this. Video settings. Nope. Why is that one all weird? That one's got a weird radius, but I can't. All right. This is why we can't have nice things. Look at this. Look at this. There's that. And then names. Okay. This is just getting really weird. Why can't I do anything like that? All right. We'll move on because we got more videos to show of Fauci. That's what I want to be showing. And then we will get going with that. Free Tony Romo. I agree with that statement. Let's pull up some Dr. Fauci, everybody. We're going to pull up some of these clips from what was going on today. But first, we must start. Yeah, well, wrong buttons. I don't have the option I'm expecting here. There's supposed to be another option here, but whatever. It is what it is. Maybe it's because I'm not sharing my screen. But there is a video of Dr. Fauci that we need to show. I'm sure most of you have seen this many years ago. Let me get to it. It is right here. And then we will pull this up. And then tell me if you guys recognize this video at all. Is it that one? Okay. Got to find the screen because it's going to be, oh, there we go. This one. Is it that one? There we go. So let's do this. If I was to do this one, and I'm going to adjust the screen here. Give me a second. Let me just fix this. And then there we go. Getting back to normal. See? Free. There we go. That normal? That's better. That is much better. More like home. Dr. Fauci, everybody. Dr. Fauci, you remember seeing him on TV every morning? Every morning. Telling you how great the world is and how many people are dying every day because of something that came from a lab that he was funding. But let's hear from Dr. Fauci from 2022.
All right. The answer is, if there are oversight hearings, I absolutely will cooperate fully and testify before the Congress if asked.
Wait a minute. What was that? You will what?
All right. The answer is, if there are oversight hearings, I absolutely will cooperate fully and testify before the Congress if asked. you may not know, but I've testified before the Congress a few hundred times, okay, over the last 40 years or so. So I have no trouble testifying. We can defend and explain and stand by everything that we've said. So I have nothing to hide.
Just a quick follow-up.
Huh. It's really different than what he did today, right? I don't recall him doing any of that today. Let's do this. Let's pull up this video to start.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Let's pull up this one, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
This one, we'll go full screen. Here we go.
Well, nothing says honesty like taking the fifth, huh, Doc?
Nothing like honesty and take the fifth. Now, I support every American's rights to plead the fifth. We have to. It's what's required in this nation. If you claim you're a constitutionalist and you have a constitutionalist in your, and you claim you know it, you put constitutionalist in your bio is what I was trying to say, and you want to take away this man's Fifth Amendment right, you are no longer a constitutionalist. However, I do think this guy's a little bitch, because if he was really honest and was coming out and saying the real stuff, which if anybody thought we were going to get anything of value coming from a Senate hearing, I got a light speed rail thing to train to sell you in California. That's what I meant. I can't speech today. Look at this. Free's going to have all kinds of clips because I am just effing it up a lot today. But honesty, exactly. If we're going to be honest, let's tell the truth of what's going on. But no, he shows up with half a dozen lawyers. A lawyer even sat at the desk next to him that was told not to do that. And we'll pull up that video. But let's go with this.
Let's try something. What day of the week is it today?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color tie you're wearing?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color?
Light rail speed, 20 row, something like that. See, and so this is everything.
Counsel, I
This is
respectfully decline-
we played the video from 2022. If he had to testify in front of Congress, he would testify and follow along and go along with it. No, he's not doing any of that. He's just pleading the fifth because he knows he is at fault for the coronavirus. He is at fault for what happened in 1 million American lives and many other lives around the world because of the negligence or the planned pandemic to mess with the 2020 election, which I still do believe there's a weird coincidence there. And I don't believe in coincidences with the government ever.
decline to
He pleads the fifth the whole time. So that's what I wanted to start with in that. But let's see what Rand Paul says. And then I want to
It's
show
against
you
the
what
law.
Donald Trump said about him
It's
in a
against the law
presser
to
after.
obstruct an investigation of Congress. There will be repercussions to your refusal to testify today. Senator Peters.
This is
You're
where
not recognized.
Rand Paul is calling out the attorney. You can see the second attorney. Let me go full screen so it's a little bit bigger. Right here, off to the right, you can see my cursor on the screen. You have Midget Fauci, and then there's other attorney. He has several there with him. And this is one he was explicitly told did not sit at the desk. They let it happen. And then he kept talking. He kept interrupting. And Rand Paul calls it out. And then he throws out the attorney.
You're not recognized. If you are unruly, you will be removed from the proceeding. You are not recognized, and you are not recognized, sir. Sir, you are not recognized. You are not recognized. Security, we'll hold off, but you will respect these proceedings. You were told not to sit at the table. You insist on sitting at the table, and we told you you would not be recognized. You are not invited here for testimony, sir. You are being disruptive. Would you behave this way in a courtroom? No, because the judge would put you in jail. I can't do that today, but I can have you escorted from the premises. So I would say, sir, sit quietly and don't say another word. I said, sit quietly. You are not recognized. Another word and you're gone.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to hear what the attorney has to say.
He is not recognized.
Of course,
by the
that was
committee
probably
or
some
the chair.
Democrat.
If he speaks again, he will be removed from the room. This testimony is from Anthony Fauci. This is not a game with his lawyers. He can advise, his lawyers can give him advice. He's got a half dozen here. They're all allowed to talk to him.
Yes.
All right? But the attorneys are not recognized. In fact, the attorney was told not to sit at the table, and he's not obeying that recommendation. There's a row behind you, sir. That's where you were told to sit, and you're not. And now you're disrupting the proceedings. And so, look, this is the way Anthony Fauci wants to be remembered, for a lawyer not listening to the rules. That's the way you want to be remembered, and that's what you're going to do. You are not recognized, sir.
Just throw him out.
Please remove him from the room.
There we go. So that's where Rand Paul throws him out. This is where Rand Paul kind of gives it to him. And most of you know, I'm not going to keep rambling on about my stance with Rand Paul. I love his dad, Ron Paul. I wouldn't be into politics or any of this stuff or have the knowledge that I have today if it wasn't for Ron Paul. Rand is by far not his dad. Rand is definitely not a politician that I like what he talks about doing, but he's a politician. He's been talking about doing this with Fauci for several years, and he's just now getting around to it. And this is all just a game. This is all a distraction. This is all to keep people occupied and not paying attention to the real shit that's going on. Like Mitch McConnell not fucking doing what he's elected to do because he's a vegetable and we only get still photos as proof of life.
To fund this dangerous research in China.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
In the red folder on your table is a copy of Section 192 of Title II of the U.S. Code. Your counsel has been provided a copy as well. That section makes it a crime for a witness appearing under subpoena to refuse to answer any questions pertinent to the question under inquiry. Do you have that in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I
Fifth Amendment.
respectfully decline to answer.
So yeah,
based upon
he
my
keeps getting asked all these things. Rand also had a big long, it almost seemed like a monologue going on this. I'm not going to play that. But as you can see, Fauci doesn't answer a single question. He pleaded the fifth 111 times. And here Donald Trump was asked about it, what he thought.
President, thank you. Dr. Fauci invoked the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times today. Senator Rand Paul said he's going to hold a vote on holding him in contempt of Congress. Do you think Dr. Fauci should face repercussions for this?
Well, I watched the whole thing today, but more importantly, I was a part of the whole Fauci. I inherited Fauci. He was here from the 1980s, so I had him for a period of time. And I disagreed with him on a lot. I would have had to close down the whole country if I listened to him. I went the Federalist way, which is basically let the governors decide. And generally speaking, the Republican governors did very well. The Democrat governors did not very well. But Fauci wanted to have nobody wearing masks, if you remember, and then everybody had to wear 5 masks, as many masks as you could get. I mean, made a lot of mistakes. And he wasn't a big factor for me. He was a very big factor for Biden. And if you remember, even though we were prime time in terms of that whole disaster of COVID, people died fewer in the Trump administration than in the Biden administration. We ran it well. Operation Warp Speed was talked about as being one of the great success stories anywhere in the world.
Bullshit. Operation Warp Speed was not a great thing. You rushed out a drug much faster than ever been done before, and that's not generally a good thing. It comes with a lot of risk. A lot of people died because of that, because you expedited it. I believe, and don't hold me to this, but I'd have to go back and watch my old shows. You have my old shows in all of my feeds. It was like the fastest drug to market was just a modified drug, and it was like 17 months at the time. This one came out in like 9. Super fast and expedited, Operation Warp Speed. And now you have a lot of people that have received it that have died because of it or have medical injuries because of it. We didn't do it. It's not something we should be celebrating. This is what a lot of people were talking about in 2024. We want Donald Trump to address and be like, I could have done better. But his fucking ego will not let him do that at all. His ego will not let him admit, I could have done better with this. We could have done better with that. Like, he did not fire Dr. Fauci. He did not fire Dr. Brooks. He kept all of them around. Every single one of them. If he didn't like them, why didn't he get rid of them? That's where, like, this entire thing, he tries to, Operation Warp Speed was great. No, it wasn't. Absolutely not. It was horrendous. And last thing, I think that's it. We don't need to play Fetterman's video. Let's play Bernie Moreno. That one was a funny one. And only because I find it funny when politicians swear. Anybody else find it funny when politicians swear? Because I do. I find it hilarious. I don't know why. But when they swear, it's funny. I don't expect it.
It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my businesses, sell them all, run for office, run for the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that?
I love that. I love that.
Total disgrace what you did to this country. And if my Democrat colleagues are standing there defending you, I hope the voters of the United States of America watch the clips of every one of you doting on a guy who was more interested in being a celebrity than saving American people.
Facts.
I will make it my mission to make certain that every single one of those Democrats who did that will see that clip over and over and over again. Because there is no defense of what you did.
None at all. He did a lot of stupid shit. He did a lot of things. Not even mentioning what he did to beagles and all of the testing he did on beagles. This guy is evil, and I'm glad he's no longer in the government. We're not going to see anything of it. We're not going to see him held accountable. We're not going to see any of that happen. When all of this is really a distraction. Oh, why do I got to be full screen? Like, really? Can we just do normal? Just normal. All right, we'll just do that. When it comes down to this entire thing, it's a distraction. When have we seen anything come of these Senate hearings result in anything of value? They don't. They never do. That's where when I posted the meme earlier today, after all of this wrapped up, I was like, what? Like, okay, we're not going to see anything. Everybody is like, Fauci is done. Fauci is going to prison. No, he's not. We don't do that in this country. We don't hold people accountable in this country. Yeah, I know, J-Rev. I know. We need to be holding people accountable in this country. We need to be doing better, but we don't. Trump will give him another medal. I wouldn't be surprised, Free. I forgot about that, actually. Trump gave him a medal. This is a shit show, guys. This is the shit show that we get to deal with in our government. And unfortunately, you have the people on the left that are blaming everybody on the right. And then the people on the right are blaming everybody on the left, which is exactly how the system is designed. Instead of actually calling out both sides and saying how much of bullshit this entire thing is, this is a dog and pony show that we're going to see just to distract the brain numbing people that just can't comprehend society, that have constitutionalist in their bio and they don't even know how to read the Constitution. Like, you can't tell, that's a trigger point for me lately because these people are freaking stupid. But we are over, guys. I'm going to call it here. I know we didn't get to those two topics, but we'll get back to them. I got to cover the GrapheneOS in another video or something. I'll write up something, probably an X article on it. But keep in mind, you got the game show on Friday on Smarter Game Show's X channel. You got Free in the comments here. He is the host of the game show. Friday, it is at 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m. Eastern. Is it 8 p.m.? Yes, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. At 8 p.m. Eastern, Smarter Game Show on X. Tune in on there. You take care of the score. You score the contestants. Give them shit. Take away their score if you wanted. And then if you're a former contestant, nuke them. It's a lot of fun. So come and join us on Fridays. And then there's another one usually on Tuesday when they can get that show scheduled. I will be back next week, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. But we will call it here, guys. And we will be back next week covering more of the bullshit and everything that the government's doing